Everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snackbar with MLB 14 the show, and we've got Nolan Ryan's road to the show. This one's like Nolan Ryan versus the world. But game 3 of the amateur showcase, so at the end of this video, we'll finally be able to take part in the draft. So I think I'm going to post this before the Jackie Robinson one, so you guys will be able to get a chance to see what the draft is like here. I mean, there's two ways you can go about this, and I didn't know this when I first got the game, so I actually want to thank Babe and Bob Train for letting me know. You can choose which team you want to play for, which makes sense because there's a lot of people who, you know, will go ahead and make a player as themselves, and then they'll go ahead and, you know, want to play for their favorite team. So that makes sense, but then you also have the option to enter the draft, and you can just be whatever team that you want. So I had been thinking, I'm like, you know, that'd be cool sometime down the road to like make an actual player, not have like a you know, determined team or anything like that, and just kind of start from the beginning with things here with just somebody brand new, like what I do with some of the other my players that I do. But honestly, 2 road to the shows for me is enough. So I did figure though, if I was gonna do another one, it would be an outfielder, just so I got the whole feeling, I guess, of the game. In fact, I think next year I'll probably do an outfielder if I'm still doing the channel and everything. But did want to give you guys a chance here too, since this is one of those types of series where I get to sit and chat with you guys a little bit more rather than worrying about what's going on with the game. So I did want to give you guys a chance to go ahead and take part in the first Q&A for the Nolan Ryan series. This is something I've done with every single pitcher road to the show or my player in the past. I really like doing it because it gives you guys a chance to be able to go ahead and get to know me a little bit better. So I know with a lot of the series that I do, there's a lot of action going on at the same time, and I really can't sit back, relax, give you guys a chance to be able to get to know me a little bit more. So all you have to do is just go ahead and comment below with your question. So it'll probably take me a couple days before I can start posting again after today, because I've got to play a lot of games and stuff to get to the point where I can start to edit and everything like that. So it gives a lot of you guys a chance to be able to ask a question. Now I'll go through, choose the questions that I like. I'll try to hit as many of them as I can. Will I be able to hit all of them? Of course not. There's no way I can go ahead and answer all the questions. But the ones that I do tend to answer are like the non-sports related questions, because the Q&A is more to get to know about me. So if somebody's like, well, how do you think Albert Pujols is going to do this year? I'm not really a fan of answering those type of questions and everything, especially if it's a lot of speculation. So yeah, I mean, just, oh, dang it, got right past him. So yeah, just go ahead and comment below, you know, and I'll get to it. And so in the next episode, we'll actually be the first episode, or it should be the first episode that we have in the minor leagues. I will give you guys a chance to see if your question's been read off. So pretty cool. Like I said, I love being able to do this. In fact, it's been a long time since I've done a Q&A. A lot more people have come to the channel and added to our great community. So yeah, just ask away. So it seems like we're on a negative trend right now with Nolan Ryan. The first game, everybody was absolutely excited with my performance. I got 1 strikeout, didn't allow too many hits. I think I might have allowed 3 over the course of the entire game. Second game really wasn't too great at all. It was pretty average, actually, because at the end of every game, I think this is kind of cool. They tell you where you are as far as draft stock. Dang it, he's safe. And so the first one, they're like, yeah, you did really, really good. You know, you're definitely going to be drafted in the early rounds. In the second game, they were like, all right, you know, you did okay. You didn't move anywhere as far as where you are in the draft. So I'm kind of sloping downwards. 2 points make a line, and I'm definitely going down. And the way that this first inning's going for Nolan Ryan and the Central Prospects, it's not looking good here. I might be continuing this negative trend. So biggest problem I think with this that I have really is just the control. So I'm so used to having, like, okay, so when I was playing 2K. Oh, double play. Yes. Oh, finally. Something goes my way. No, when I would play 2K, like, I had the pitching down so much. Like, I could pinpoint exactly where I wanted it to be. Like, I would put it on the, or I'd put, like, the marker on the corner, and then I would do the pitching, and it would be right on the corner. So, or the pitch would end up being right on the corner, which was nice because it made it ridiculously easy for me to go ahead and, you know, strike people out, able to get complete game shutouts on a regular basis because I had, like, this efficient pitching scheme. So, then when I made the switch to MLB The Show, even with, like, the best pitchers, like, you get a general idea on where it's going to go. And I like that because that's, of course, more realistic. I mean, it's not like somebody's going to be like, okay, I'm going to put it exactly right here, and then somebody pitches it, and it's right where they predicted it was going to be. I mean, you get the general area, like, I want to throw this inside. And don't get me wrong. I mean, there's a lot of accuracy that pitchers have and everything, but, I mean, it's not like pinpoint laser accuracy like I had in 2K. But here with Nolan Ryan, it's just a free-for-all, it seems like, especially with my curveball. My curveball is so ineffective. Ah, dang it. Just because wherever I put it, that's usually not where it ends up. Even if I go ahead and I get the timing absolutely perfect. Granted, that one was all right, but it drifted higher than where I was wanting it to be. But that's kind of normal with the curveball. By the way, I did finally change the laces, so he no longer has blue laces. So, I mean, that's going to be something that I'll have to get adjusted to, and I hope that doesn't translate so much in whenever I play the MLB games. Because, like, I don't know, I'm going to throw, you know, fastball here, but I'm not going to try and put it in the corner. I'm just going to put it in the general area. I don't want to do that with MLB because if it does get, you know, or when I have those pitchers that are a lot more accurate with where they end up throwing the ball, I don't want it to be, like, more towards the middle, if that kind of makes sense. So, dang it. I was hoping that was going to stay inside to the point where he was going to swing and miss it. That's okay. I'll go ahead and take this. At least this second inning has been really uneventful as far as hitting goes. Now, I mentioned this earlier. I don't know if this is true, but, I mean, it just feels like that this gets progressively harder. Kind of makes sense because with the international prospects, you've got a lot more, I guess, players vying to be on this team. So, naturally, they would be better. But surprisingly, there's a lot of players who have traditional names. I'm guessing they're just from Canada or something like that. Like Jim Ross, that doesn't sound so international, but we'll strike that one up to Canada. Or I guess we could strike it up to, like, the UK. I guess I'm looking too far into this. Oh, dang it. Okay, we're good. Going back to the wall with that one. And at least he swung on it on the first one. On the first pitch. So that helps me out. Now, I've been relying heavily on the four-seam and two-seamer, as you can see, just from the confidence level of those pitches. Which is not a good thing, because then I'm just a two-pitch pitcher. And they're both fastballs. Granted, with this type of velocity at this level, it can be devastating, but I mean, I'm sacrificing control, of course, to be able to have this type of speed. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I maybe should have held off on the speed for a little bit. Instead, have gone with some control. So that was a 3-0 pitch. So I got to go with the two-seamer. I'm going to try to see if I can get it drift low and inside. But see what I mean? Like, way off from where I wanted it to be. So that's going to go ahead. It's going to be a walk. I don't want to go ahead and give up another run right now, especially with how my team is hitting. I mean, in this game, I haven't shown what's been happening in between innings just because this one does end up being a little bit longer because I do add some more hits. Or the other team is getting some more hits, and I also add the draft selection at the end of this. But we're not hitting too well at all. Like, I'm lucky we've got the one run and everything. He's breaking for second. Yeah, it's not going to be there. He's a lot faster than most of the other prospects, and my catcher... Well, I didn't expect my catcher to be able to make the throw. It's just tough because, like, you know, some of the hits that I've given up here hasn't necessarily been because bad pitching on my part. It's just because of the low fielding for my teammates. And, like, that stolen base, sure, I mean, guy had, I think it was like 76 speed or something. But, you know, if my catcher had a better arm, I probably would have thrown him out, like, at the major league level. Especially with the speed that I've got on my pitches, I mean, that helps him out quite a bit. I mean, as I kind of measure this, too, I mean, this is the first time I've really been able to look. Yeah, I don't have, like, a slow delivery or anything like that with Nolan Ryan. 3-2 count. I don't want to go ahead and walk him. Oh, thank you. First strikeout of this game, so that puts us at a whopping 3 for the amateur showcase. So this will equate to 3 strikeouts over 9 innings if I go ahead and I get another one, which is really low. But I've got a lot of time to improve, of course. We're going to see, too, in this series just how much Sony has kind of tweaked the upgrading of your player. See, that's another one I think wouldn't have been a base hit if his fielding was better. But, yeah, we're going to see how Sony tweaked making your player better. So, like, training him and stuff like that. They're supposed to make it harder this year, which, believe me, I like that. It's just going to be a little bit more frustrating for me as I go through this. Like, oh, come on, make me better. Get me to the majors. I mean, it might have to get to the point where I simulate some things, but we're a long ways off. I mean, heck, I wasn't even planning to have the game yet. Ooh, high fly ball. I want that one, but I'm not going to risk it. All right, so that's going to be out number 3. I get pulled. Manager is mad. So, yeah, we did decline. I think I did all right, given the circumstances. But, anyway, that's the game. So, thanks for watching, you guys. I sure do appreciate it. More of this to come later on, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Remember, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and all that stuff. So, here we go with the amateur draft, and you guys have a good one.
Welcome back to the Major League Baseball first-year player draft. We are about to start the 3rd round, having just completed rounds 1 and 2. The first selection of the 3rd round is officially on the clock. With the 21st pick of the 3rd round, the Texas Rangers select Nolan Ryan, a starting pitcher from the Central Region.